pretty difficult lineup to start playing with. The teams how Dignitas and FlyQuest have been playing so hot, but gotta start picking up wins now.
All right, Elise off the board. Super highly prized early jungler, of course, off that super quick level 3. Not gonna have another Senna this game, my friend.
Never.
All right, let's
Getting locked out.
see if we get any more of the carry bands here. If they want to follow it up with the Aphelios, because definitely Ryze is super high in priority. Last one, are they willing to give the first pick away? Usually your answer will be either the Misfortune or the Varus, if Aphelios is given over like this. Top lane Soraka, the bigger evil, Riv.
Yep.
Get those out of my game.
I wonder if they push that over there. Obviously, the blue side sat ban. Doko's like, I don't really want that, and I don't want to first pick it either. What will they have? We haven't seen Sivir in so long. It actually makes me happy when she's really relevant in meta. But for now, she hasn't been seeing too much play, and it is going to be the A. We go to the top of the alphabet for first pick, Aphelios.
There he is.
Ooh,
no
Xayah.
surprise. Xayah Rakan.
So yeah, Rakan. Yeah, exactly. You know Rakan is coming at this point if Xayah gets picked up.
Yeah, 1-2 pick there on red side. Definitely a classic. Can have that burst potential early on still.
Lots of Syndra play being picked up as well from the mid laners now that she's been such a part of the meta. A lot said, oh my god, I can't believe she's not available right now. So you better be rest assured that now she will be picked up when available. Jarvan locked in there, so they have that we can zero somebody out composition. How easily can they get into CLG's team, though? This already looks like you're going to be hitting brick walls or initiated on pretty hard with Rakan and Orange being locked in.
And boy, do I love that combo, because Rakan's engage is lightning quick. Orange's engage is slow, but very strong, because it covers such a wide pathway. So if you have Rakan to start off the fight, you time those ultimates together. Have a very big say about it. That's why so many people have been rushing into the Syndra pick, even when that answer is available. And it's not going to be the Thresh, but another one of those tanky options to the Rakan.
Gangplank possibly locked in. He usually finds himself on the ban list right now, and it is going to be a GP lock-in. So that goes to Dokla on the top side of the map. I'm pretty sure he hasn't done it. Aatrox, and Aatrox for him. He's AAA right now. And a Trundle getting locked in for Fragus in the jungle.
Hey.
Very tanky team with the damage to follow it up in their lanes.
Trundle is great at melting that Nautilus when the Aftershock procs, or melting the Jarvan as soon as he jumps in as well. Pop that ultimate. Also, Pillar is very good against Aphelios. People often laugh at the Pillar. They're like, this trash jungler can't gank, just throws this Pillar a little bit of slow. But it's actually, if you can place it well, you get a mini little knockback. You want to cast it just overlapping with the champion, so it pushes them backwards, and then they're stuck in the slow. Since Aphelios only has flash for extra mobility, it is a very good tool in trying to put a stop to that crazy damage and annoying factors that Aphelios has, depending on which gun he has, and just kill the front line while the Aphelios is zoned out by the pillar.
Yeah, this isn't a protect the Aphelios team. Jarvan and Treats on Nautilus are going to be going in. So we'll see how Lost plays this one. He always is, in my book, an aggressive player that wants to be in the fight, so I want to see how his positioning takes to this game. You just saw Vault on your screen. He's been doing quite well since Scouting Grounds, keeping himself propped up with some of that play. LeBlanc, Cassiopeia, Orianna, 2-2-2 on that LeBlanc. The Orianna showed 3-1-3, so he's still been able to play his game, just not impact it as much. I think at the pro level, you can still have great skills, but it's not back in the day, Kobe. It's not like when you were on CLG, if you're the best thing in the game, you're just going to win. Everybody can put that skill together now on possibly not the best and still come away with the victory. Times are changing, and Game 3 is now on. We are on to the Rifts, and we'll see what TSM Academy has for Counter Logic Gaming Academy.
Times changing indeed. Keep up. Oh, blue squad and a lot of blue skins here from TSM as well. Liking the synergy. See if they can actually open up something here, add to their previous states. Nobody really has a huge need for a level 1 invade or a lot of the tools to go for it. So I expect this slow opening here. We can go through the matchups. Oh, they might have a late invade here on the red side. Maybe just get a ward down. Keep track of progress for the start. But Gangplank into Ornn on top side. Ornn can actually do a bit of threatening on the Gangplank early, but Gangplank wants to be able to use his ult bottom, especially since there's an Aphelios Nautilus lane. That's a very, very high damage offensive lane that can try and punish a Zyra Khan. If you have a Gangplank ultimate and a visit from Jarvan, who's very good at setting up those plays. Jarvan Nautilus, huge CC setup. So a lot of eyeballs for TSM looking towards the bottom triangle of the map through mid lane and bottom lane. That's where I expect Spica actually to spend the majority of his time.
Holy hard pull. What a nice guy over there. So Lost and Treats head to the bot. It looks like Stixxay could get level 2 fast here, but it was not filled. It was with him when those first minions went down if he was able to take them. So slows things down. Probably won't be too crazy to begin that bot lane if the level 2 comes up, and we will see Deus and Dokla now as he tries to get a few of these Qs in and just parlay his way to an advantage.
Farm up that money.
Get it all.
So we go for most of these tank matchups. Gangplank earlier too, people underestimate the use of the passive and your true damage burn you can get.
Trial by fire. Something you can't forget about in lane. Spica's off and running. Blue Gromp. See what his intentions are. He's going to stay and start that wolf camper. Just clear the top side after he did his red to begin that jungle pathing. Pushed up to that 75% mark in lane. Stixxay and Phil should have a pretty easy lane, all things considered. Even if they get a crest on, they just kind of retreat back, get the shield out, and continue to farm. If they do decide to go into a fight with Aphelios and Nautilus, there it is, just the in and the out. Playing a game of cat and mouse. I was going to say, it's scary if you get caught by that composition of TSM.
Yeah, Zyra Khan level 2, when you get your big extra bonus attack speed for both of them, allows for the early pushes like we're seeing. Progress comes in for a gank onto Evolve. Can he get the flash?
I think he will. Frozen Domain gives him enough movement and attack speed to really scare Evolved as Tuesday got there. So one flash down, and like you said, it's about the jungler pressure to make sure that lane works out well.
Exactly. People talking smack about Trundle's gank opportunities with the pillar, but there you go. You get a well-placed pillar. You cast it on the champion to get that mini knockback and the extra slow. Since it is a Trundle, Evolved actually did not take cleanse on this Syndra, which we see a decent amount into the LeBlanc matchup if the jungler is also threatening. But Trundle doesn't bring hard CC that's cleansable. So now that he has no flash, this Syndra is definitely a prime target for some more pressure from the side of CLG. Bottom side also going aggressively, though.
They want to pull the fight, and Phil tries to make that one. Oh, the Cleaver shot! Summoner heal out of Stixay. Not this early doing that much damage, but they're playing it safe.
Yeah, watch it with that mark. And definitely we will want to play on the safe side when facing a Belios.
Do not give him the upper hand in lane. It will be the end of that one. Dokla still pushed up on this a bit. They've seen the jungler pressure, so Dokla can be happy about staying here without having to give himself a ward. 32-23, and there's not much minion, or not much CS for Deus to be picking up here at the turret.
Yeah, Dokla real happy about this one. He's just banking it up there on Gangplank with all the extra gold generation. Evolved trying to prune this wave while he's got his jungler getting vision of Gragas. That allows you on the Syndra, even without your flash, to be able to push the wave, try and finish off these minions. Good job there. He calls Spica over on Jarvan to hover one side so you can get some safety.
Interested to see what this will be as well for Stixay as he comes out of base. They're backing right now. He's deciding what to buy. He goes for the Dorans. I was going to say his loss. It doesn't feel great to have to back and buy 2 long swords when you're just off the cusp of actually having a BF to start, but they're not too far off. Caulfield's actually, he waits for the money to come in, so a bit of an advantage to the side of Stixay.
Yeah, Essence Reaver, super good.
Tuesday's low on mana. Where is he roaming around to? They're going to have to be careful about the amount of pressure being put in the river. He can't really fight back to evolve. Goes ahead and throws down the corrupting pot to make sure he can tussle at least with the autos. And he'll be pretty good in mid as he does have mana coming back in with that Fairy Charm.
Dragon started.
Good warding, but they can't do anything about it on the side of CLG. So this first one's going to go over to TSM. A quick Infernal to Spica. And the team.
Let's see if they make anything happen up here, because Gragas actually takes the Blast Cone over. It's a Gangplank, though, and you don't really have a lot of mana on the orange, so...
It's only been about
here it is.
3 minutes since last gank. There's the pillar. Scatter the weak back because he knows the damage is going to be coming from Fragus after Tuesday's front end burst. Help from the top side. Beautifully done by Dokla, and they turn that one around. Fragus goes down for first blood.
Jungler life, Riv. You come out of mid laner post level 6, you're gonna get blown up. Syndra's able to get it done there with the help of Dokla. You can tell as soon as the Gangplank ultimate came through, CLG's comms were like, oh, get out of there, man! It's just you're level 4, you're level 4 jungler here in a world of level 6 mid laners and top laners. Double ultimates. Good stun you're talking about that bought him time, but then when the Gangplank ult goes down,
That's painful.
some overwhelming power right there.
Oh, Spica should be good. They're just giving a bit of harass. Spica's gonna get out. Dagon's trying to flex down to make sure there's nothing going wrong down in his jungle. 64-49 on the top side. Orange still gonna be able to blow the horn, but you would love to be tanky when you're doing that. This plate almost down in the mid lane. And it's gonna drop without anybody there. Kind of a smart play there by Tuesday.
Yeah, it's definitely something you should be cognizant of. If you can have a turret plate drop and just the cash go into the dirt, definitely feels really good. Sort of denial mechanic that is a bit indirect, but definitely will cost TSM some money there. Syndra doesn't have a very easy time of pushing up through those turret plates, so you usually have to have defensive wards right behind you on one side, or actually call your jungler over to go cash in on those.
Just noticing now, actually, Deus bringing Ignite to that top. Oh, he's got Summon Spellbooks. I was like, wait, they're just going to go hard and they're not ganking for him?
Just keep your eyes open. He might use it quick here.
Spellbooks in the game, and he's just going to go ahead and get teleport soon. So, forget that. Rewinding. Night.
Wait till he sets him on fire, though. In
Yeah,
an upcoming trade. So he can get his cooldown.
I was just drawing your attention to it, okay? The Sheen there is it's trying to be a power lane for Dokla. He wants to get Deus out as much as possible. And just go for the big bang booms on his parlay. He's going to back, though. Maybe just go for something else. Warding, vision, keeps it safe.
Yeah, he's checking on that Rift Herald.
Now he has time to leave lane. He's up 20 CS right, or 11, as I can count. And he should be able to get back by the time this cannon wave hits the turret.
And we just had bottom lane's recall, so you expect support at least coming out here. Phil is first one on the scene. He's heading over for some vision on the Rift Herald along with Fragas. They didn't actually sync their recalls though. Stixay stayed around with the Xayah, so they're here first, but they don't have. Okay.
Setting up the bushwhack. No, don't want any of that.
It's a bird.
Like, what silhouette is that champion? Or multiple champions?
Which bird?
Close, but no cigar for CLG. Nice try setting up the fog of war. Spica plays it very smart with his sweeper. And they're going to keep themselves safe. 3 sweepers actually to start it off. We see this a lot against the assassin teams where you just want to deny their vision right away and keep the other people buying vision wards and keeping those 2 trinkets. Now a 3v1 in the other situation. Tuesday gets him out of that safely. Slow going on the map here after kill number 1.
Yep. Rift Herald encouraging some team play as we get the swap up top side, but nobody's sticking too far out there. Now we have to start. One good thing about Rift Herald is it doesn't do very much damage. It's actually very easy to take a Rift Herald as pretty much any jungler, because as long as you recognize the eyeball opening, that right there, that sweep move is where pretty much all the damage from Rift Herald comes from. So you just back off or you move to the side when Rift Herald does its cleave move, and you can start the objective for almost no cost to your health. You just start chugging on your little jungler potion. Refillable.
There it is.
And you can pretty much say stopped off, plus hitting the eyeball.
Yeah, they even affected her turn speed too, so you can get around easier and poke her in the eye. Yeah. Give her a real free stoop.
Oh, Spica's poking.
Hello!
His head out.
I think he wants to pull it back in real quick, but he just got sucked into the black hole that is the team of CLG. There, he's smiling and he's like, yeah.
I've gone too far!
It's like you might have made a mistake. Oh my word. So they'll be back onto the Rift quite soon. And Spica's just spawning. Both him and Treats are coming out, so they might try to get to the same spot and get an initiation. Pings towards mid. They may try to see if they can catch Tuesday. Probably the harder one to catch, but if you can, why get in your opponent's head? Seems like we have a bit of resetting going on. Fragas is going to head back now, maybe get some boots for himself. He does. Those brown bags are on and laced up.
Now I'm imagining poking some laces through actual brown bags. That's not gonna rip. I say, if you are stuck with them, then go no laces.
Hey, if I had to do it at any time between like middle school and high school, I was a master at wrapping my books in paper bags. Okay, so you could just come to me and I would have been your master shoesmith.
All right, plenty of vision here. Set up for TSM. They got Scuttle Crab plus 3 control wards through the river. Dokla on the run.
If he can just deny this. Okay, he can. I would say if you could take 4 people, absorb that, and your team can get something else on the map, it's perfect. But CLG already knew what they had in motion and knew it was going to work. Ocean Drake now in their eyes. Nicely Rift Herald summoned mid by TSM to thwart off that dragon pressure.
We're going to have a rotation from CLG. You can see Stixay walking from bot on the Xayah, but he actually turns back around, so they get the charge off for TSM. Cash in a little bit, delays CLG's take of the dragon just long enough. Now Dokla's coming up and he's got teleport, so they can't do it.
Well, kind of question. Oh, he actually hits it into the Trundle pillar. I actually love that. Beautifully moved there by Fragas and Deus. They're not going to be able to come up with the fight though on the heady initiation. Very nicely done. There goes the grab. He does get him around the wall. And that's going to be a hit up onto Phil. Will that be enough to take him down? He gets out with the battle dance and the grand entrance for safety. And now they're going to be on the Ocean Drake.
TSM did a really good kind of sleight of hand there. Even though they're the ones, they lose Dokla. Dokla immediately communicates, I have teleport ready as soon as I get back up. So if you guys delay long enough, you throw Rift Herald mid to distract CLG coming to answer, so they don't immediately start the dragon. That buys time for Dokla to revive, and this stopwatch, as soon as Dokla's up, teleport starts channeling, his ultimate goes down. Stopwatch from Treats means he doesn't take any damage on that. They get the kill onto Ornn. and they're going to be the ones to actually get both objectives. They cash in on turret flakes from the Rift-tailed mid, plus they retreat back to the Dragon after.
Getting everything for themselves, a bag of shit. So I misread that initiation, but now I want to see that initiation. Because Deus can start his charge and meet a Fragus Trundle Pillar anywhere, instantly. You don't have to wait for Volcanic Eruption or a wall to be somewhere. That is super cool. Hopefully we see it next time. I got a little excited and I thought it happened on that one. We're coming up on 15 minutes with 4 until our next Drake. Mountain has changed our Rift this time around, and that will be the soul that the teams are fighting for. There's a nice hook onto Fragus once again. They're going to be able to get the damage down. Not enough to follow up as he throws down Subjugate. Oh, he didn't even have it. I thought it was cooling down, but it was just coming back up. He lives based on what he has purchased. The right buys for himself to stay alive.
Yeah, definitely a close one. This tower really low, so TSM should be able to knock that over easy and then rotate on down to the bottom lane. They do push out mid, and they've got full control of the jungle. Taking away the Gromp, highest.
Steal it.
Efficient camp.
Yeah, now you know. You just see numbers when you look at camp since you did that statistically. You're like, I don't even want that. It's not worth my time.
Technically, there is more gold still and experience still in the Krugs, but they take so long to do from splitting because you have to wait for them to explode. Small ones. That Gromp is now king of the jungle.
What if they kind of made it like blobs in RPGs, where they just like multiplied split instead of popped into the air?
So I've seen this question posed to the designers multiple times, and is their intent that the Krugs stay as a long time to do? So they want it to be there, even though it's annoying for people to have to wait around and wait for them to split. That's supposed to be part of the trade-off. And they also announced that they are putting more experience into the Krugs to make it more worthwhile next patch to actually stick around and do that.
To pay off for that airtime.
They are buffing it. Yeah, they are buffing it. They understand that it is annoying and it's a time investment to do that camp more so than any of the other small camps.
It's interesting. It's interesting when it becomes the do you want this, or is this actually an overall want? Because I have the same thing with Thresh Souls, but you're getting a stat out of it. I'm like, just hit the ground. Stop floating in the air. Die from the minion and hit the ground. So yeah, I can see the want for that, but it's great that they're looking into it. Mid lane pressure now as we get a little bit of the A-ramp going on. We'll see who's the best here on their favorite champs.
And we actually have a side lane Syndra that was up there with the LeBlanc. It's one of the more dangerous positions to be in. But Evolved is actually going to be able to use his spot in the control ward to shove off Tuesday. Then they've got the Gangplank split push on this side, so it's more of a 1-3-1, and that is a dangerous position for the LeBlanc to be in. Evolved is able to lock him down and unleash power once again. Plus, on the bottom side, Dokla gets that tower. So the split push 1-3-1 from TSM provides huge rewards for them. Dokla's got to run his way out of this one, though.
It's like he's got an orange. It's okay. Oh my word, they got everything on him right now. He Subjugate. He flashes out. He's still going. Is the blast cone going to be there? No, they took it down. Oh my god, he's going to get away. Yokla lives again. Oh,
for how long?
Oh, I'm so sad now. Oh, just bite him. Just get it over with.
I was ready with the Captain Jack, you almost caught memes and all that stuff as well, but they actually got him. Phil's able to get him. Support duty arriving just in time. Dokla had quite the escape there from the two members, but 3 is just too many. Still, though, TSM got top tower, bottom tower, and the 1v1 kill from Evolved on the Tuesday. So they're very happy with how that went through. Evolved's got his complete spell penetration package here, by the way, plus the burst damage of your Luden's Echo. This is basically my dream scenario mid-game spike for Syndra. That's where you see those big combos coming from. And let's take another look at the zigzag from Dokla. Gonna walk away from the pillar over to this side, and then nuking the Ornn ultimate with that flash allows him to gain this distance, and his corrupting potion barely saved him until the deadly support arrives. Phil is able to get that W to buy time.
Phil pretty low too.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, you see Dokla, you see Spica's screens, and these guys are just having a giggle fest after these plays they're coming up with right now. TSM feels comfortable, but it looks like the game could go either way. Drake in the favor of TSM on that. They're one away from Soul. And Treats and Spica looking low. Evolve gets pushed out now. Fragus using the subjugate. He's going to be pretty big to get into this fight, trying to take down Treats. Evolve and Spica get out safely, and they do get the first kill into Deus. It looks like CLG is going to have to turn and run for the hills on this one. Treats with the final hit and going down, but a lot of the TSM members were able to absorb the damage. Looks like CLG, though, coming out on top.
Yeah, they run him right out of the pit. It was a very good steal from Spica, but in the end, several extra casualties there. I think the communication wasn't as clear on TSM. You saw a couple of them running forward there. Dokla went to further engage, but CLG had already picked off Evolve and Treats. And with them down, there's no extra support for him. So let's take a look at the steal, though, because this is big. That is third dragon. That sets them up for Soul. Really good use. When you Jarvan ult Cataclysm, you're unstoppable. So Spica used it to make sure he gets into range of the dragon, and they're able to steal it away. Then we've got a flash in from Orange. Huge knock-up on the wall there. And even though he dies for it, it splits TSM into two parts here. Fragus finishes off Treats inside the pit. They already killed off the Syndra in the initiation, and that allows them to take down TSM in two separate occasions there. But, as we said, TSM gets the steal. They set up for the Soul Dragon coming through.
It is big. You mentioned it before that Lost was going to have a bit of trouble protecting himself on the backside with this composition, and we saw him there only getting a few auto attacks off. I believe he had the Crescendum and his Gravitum, and nobody walked into his turret. He had to chase for guns, so I'm keeping an eye on Lost as well for next fight because CLG's making it hard for him to get his damage out. Tracking all these fast movers on the side of CLG here. Tuesday's coming up for the top side. Scattered back, but he's still going to be able to follow up on the 1-2. Did they give this one to Deus? Are they going to be nice? The Brittle Slap will be the, yeah. That's going to be half of his health, probably, if he had it, and they get a kill on the top side. So that's a kill onto Evolve. They have a bit of time now on the side of CLG to move around and set up some wards, but it looks like the focus is at mid right now because they have to worry about Dokla.
Yeah, Dokla just chopping away down there. Bottom turret. Spica actually hurting the Herald on over. Charge will get off, but CLG will clean it up before they finish off the turret. I think that one was about just a timeout, so
yeah.
During Evolve's death, they do at least get the charge off. And Dokla, he finished off that secondary turret down there by himself. Looking pretty strong here with his Trinity Force completed. And his Essence Reaver on the way.
Super close. Actually, look at the gold that he has. 1,600 gold currently. That's 800 for the cloak, and then the finish of 7. So he can actually build it if this fight wasn't happening right now. I'm pretty sure. If my math is correct in remembering. 38,000 to 34.5. TSM wants to use this aggression. A hook back is possibly going to be a Feather Storm, but through the uprights, Stixay and Fragus stay safe.
Yeah, cool Stixay right there. Side steps. Doesn't use any long cooldowns. Baron's definitely going to be the target here. All outer turrets still stand for TSM, so it's hard for CLG to really set up that Rakan-Ornn combo that we were talking about in Champ Select. But that's still what they're looking for. If they can get a good Rakan into Ornn knockup to chain the CC, Stixay and Tuesday will be able to deliver the damage. Their problem has been the setup. Now they're doing a good job. They push out the mid and top waves. See if they can use their control over this barren area to bait TSM into darkness.
Slowly pushing Doran's mid, frozen domain, kind of flexing for Fragus there. Ooh, Evolve, he's split from the team and he's gonna get knocked up real quick. Nice pillar to actually stop him in his tracks from being able to get away out of this. Flash is not up for him, and they catch Evolve trying to flank the team.
Flanking Syndra, especially with no flash, is a very dangerous move.
High risk, high risk.
This clip, yeah, that clip is gonna be a PSA. Danger, especially when you are facing the two things that we just mentioned, Rakan and Ornn, with very good, very quick, long-range initiation. CLG happy to take that one.
There he is. Nice guy, Deus, leveling up Tuesday on his Ludens Echo.
And actually, Riv, that death came at a very critical time here. Dragon will arrive at the same time Evolve gets up. He actually has teleport, though, as you can see on the screen there. So he's going to get here just in time. CLG started up anyways. They're flanking behind. Here it comes.
Flank Syndra once. Oh, it's Dokla. I was going to say, here we go. He's already in. Dokla wanted the back fight. Tuesday with good hits onto Evolve. Double distortion forward, but he gets taken out by the Scatter the Weak and Unleashed Power. And the fight ensues. They are going to be getting Drake sold to Spica and TSM. Fragus now in the fight trying to take down Spica, but he's just such a beast. And they're going to be able to focus Fragus. Evolve now chasing Phil out of the fight. As you see, Deus not able to help out anymore after the initial crowd control. And the chase is down. Evolve's just going to kind of keep going on this one. I think it's time to set up for the Baron.
He's actually, I don't think he is chasing him, just taking the red and heading over to Baron, like you say. So, Ornn is going to live, but TSM clean house. They absolutely wiped the floor right there. Dragon Soul for themselves, control of Summoner's Rift. They can actually go for the full recall. With Dragon Soul, you get that giant shield out of combat. That means when you start up the Baron and you tank it, you have all this extra health to do it with at very little risk to yourself. Here's another look at it. And this is back-to-back good smites from Spica. Ornn trying to play frontline. Phil tries to get Spica out of the Dragon Pit, and this is a Mountain Dragon Rift, so there's an extra wall there. Man, good timing on his flag drag combo into Smite. Spica secures the Elemental Dragon Soul for himself. Lost actually shot the Q. If that Calibrum Q had also hit, I think that kills Ornn.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that before, but we're into another fight already. Deus throws himself in, but he may be going down. Remember, he's tanky, doesn't have the chance to get the Horn blown back, and he does! It's a three-man! The follow-up's not there, though, as Dokla's on the other side of the rift, using that cannon barrage. It's a kill on each side as they continue this fight, and it's going to be one more going into the hands of TSM as they drop Tuesday down. You could say it's just not his day.
And they're going to finish off that tower. Question is, Riv, Baron?
Answer.
Okay, that's the answer then. Haha, gotcha.
Well played, well played.
All right, they're starting up the Baron. Let's see if CLG will actually go test the Baron, though. They have 3 members, and doesn't even look like they're heading over there. So TSM will party today in the Baron pits. They take the team fight, take the mid tower, and they'll take the Baron as well. Looking to add another win to their column and tie our previous 2 teams as well at that 2-2 mark. If they do so, they will deliver CLG their 4th loss. With them alone at the bottom with Team Liquid, those 2 teams 0-4.
And we came out of replay into this, so let's check it again.
So Dokla on the bottom of your screen gets a big ultimate from Gangplank, but then he tries to go in for the kill on the Stixxay. He does get it. He flashes over there to kill the 80 carry, but it's right into 3 other members of CLG, so he goes down in the end. The big payoff, though, is that Lost and Evolve can chase them down. Yeah. Grabbing them snare right there, able to finish off the extra kills. So like it results in 2 kills for TSM, meaning they have the extra person and they can do that Baron.
Do that. Even as support of Elios, you do lots of damage. 0 and 6. One
more James Bond.
Yeah, Lost himself. Aphelios 5-4-2. That was in a loss of 4-0-9 Senna in their win against Liquid. Lost has been putting up the numbers, keeping himself safe and being one of those marksmen that can really turn the tide of a game for you. This time, we're seeing him 0-0 and 6, and the rest of the team doing a lot of work, which is always great to see that you don't have to have one all-star to funnel your resources into.
And on this team comp, it's fine, because you have a carry Gangplank top and a carry Syndra mid, both of which are racking up kills, and both of which are level 16. So they have the extra level in their ultimate right now.
Ooh, Evolved? Will he be able to evolve himself out of this one? Zanyas is going down all over the place. He is able to get the ultimate off as his focus is on to Phil. Middle of the fight is just a bunch of meatballs and hardly taking any damage. Who will die first? They get back on a Stixxay, but there's the Feather Storm, and he's going to be able to get the ult off, but not out enough. And 3 instantly fall for Counter Logic Gaming as TSM almost makes a clean sweep in the fight.
And Queen Me, too, because they get paused over to the other side of the chess board. And it's going to be a win for TSM. 5 members with Baron. There's no stopping them at the Nexus turrets.
Pushing through strong. They are going to lift themselves up by the bootstraps to the bottom of those standings and find themselves a little closer to the top. The middle feels good. Definitely better than the bottom at 14-9. Just under 30 minutes. TSM puts the final touches on CLG's base, and they are relishing in this moment, if you will.
Dive, 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 dive.
Myself, I don't like relish, but they get the win. The Nexus goes down, and TSM goes to 2-2.
TSM, TSM.
I hear it.
TSM.
Yeah, absolutely.
TSM, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Big win there for TSM, though. Taking down CLG. Those LCS teams also play later today. So TSM Academy gets the victory in round 1. And the LCS teams will fight that round 2 at the end of Monday Night League. Evolved and Dokla doing a lot of work in this one. Level 16 for both of the carries, so they had the extra level in their ultimates for the last team fights there.
It seemed like they were having a lot of fun all around. Dokla and Spica with a smile on her face the whole time. Spica going over the wall sometimes, then you're like, oh yeah, I didn't want that flag and drag. Otherwise, they were always behind each other in those fights, those initiations. Whether or not they wanted to pull back, it just seemed like they were having a lot of fun, and sometimes that's what matters when you're on the Rift, not getting inside your own.
To me, Rift, that's always what matters.
Boom!
Having fun with your buds.
That's right. At 3-0-6 coming up there in the end for your man Lost on Aphelios. Going through that one, it looked great in the beginning. You had the Oran Horn. You had these initiations that they could find. Tuesday was kind of all over the place to being LeBlanc and the assassination person. You needed to be able to at least deliver that damage, but it just never seemed to stick. TSM said, well, we can still fight, and we will.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed the multiple occasions where Syndra just blows up the LeBlanc. It's the assassin just getting assassinated. This one was a really nice, actually, re-engage. Spica, he gets the EQ over, then he uses the Cataclysm to lock him down for the next kill. Treats really wants to get that kill onto the Rakan as well, but too slippery of a champion, and they get the Dragon anyways. Here's another look. Spica had great smites all game long. That is something that you have always been able to say about this player. When he was in the LCS on stage as well, subbing in, still had great smites.
Big steals.
Big steals. He's very good on the smite finger.
Yeah.
I keep mine on D. I don't know about you.
I mean, he had that playoff clutch smite, or clutch smite against clutch, I should say.
True.
But yeah, ones in these games, the kick steal for Elder that time. Here's another one where this one just lasted forever.
Yeah, and Evolve was able to Zhonya's, then flash out of the bounce house there. And you talked about all the meatballs bouncing up and down. They're all just knocking each other up. In the end,
real good in season.
Sticks there on the outside. Gets an ally. Double kill there for the Aphelios. And he finally was able to cash in.
That's
he
all they
actually got
wrote.
a bounty on his name by the end.
Yeah.
Count it.
And that works out for them. TSM pick up the win. As we wrap the Academy broadcast, let's see how the teams stack up currently. Dig's going to keep themselves right at the top at 4-0. We see TSM, like I said, picking themselves up out of the bottom of those standings, but still CLG and Team Liquid really looking to put a mark in that left column here within the next week or so.
Got some work to do. Get on it.
It's going to be tough. The season's over before you think it begins. It's already begun, so it's over. Stick around for the Academy stream. Signs off for Monday Night League. The Academy games pick back up on Friday with another Academy Rush broadcast with the final match of Dignitas Academy versus Cloud9 Academy with Dash and crew to close things out. That should be actually a really fun game to see. Cloud9's been kind of back and forth with how well they're doing, but doing well overall. So to go back up against Dignitas, I think is going to be a nice match to watch for your final one on that. That does it for Academy Showcases. Hop on over to twitch.tv/LCS or youtube.com/LOL eSports for Monday Night League going live at 5 p.m. Pacific. 5 p.m. Pacific, don't forget. For now, that'll do it for us. Don't forget to tune into the Bud Light League Lounge after tonight's matches. See you there.
You in there?
I'm in there.